Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Got it.
Chill, 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 chill.
Hey, it's just the Patreon stream, so I'm late. Computer stuff. Building a PC for my cousin for a graduation gift and limited on my time, as well as my IT guy is also limited on his time, so we have to make it work. So, alright. Just going into the voice chats.
You know, Solana or one of these other chains that can provide faster and cheaper fee.
Hey, we're live.
Take advantage of.
Just so you know. Oh, wait, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool, just making sure. So, yeah. I'm back, sorry. Wasn't even able to talk much because of stuff with the IT guy. With my friend, who happens to be an IT guy, wow, you know.
Oh, did you Brad just post saying there's no... Wait.
Huh?
Mitch is live. Thursday night hangout stream. No chart requests.
Oh, no chart request. I read that as no stream.
Audio level should be more normal now. Discord was turned way down. Ooh, it's loud.
Mitch, what's the longest you've cooked something in your egg?
Maybe like 7-8 hours or so. Barbecue of any kind. Same formula. I have the same formula for barbecuing any type of ribs. Or I don't know. I never got into Boston butts or anything. I tried.
Can you share the rib recipe?
Oh man, it's amazing, dude. It's a process. It's like a 3-step process.
Please.
Yeah, it's been a while because I gave my green egg to my brother-in-law and sister when I got my new deck built a couple of years ago, and I haven't gotten it back because I've always been like, leaving. You know, I'm gonna buy another one when I move to the penthouse, right? But so first process, part of the process is,
Keep posting the charts only.
I mean, it's gonna take a
Just
while,
kidding.
Eddie, man, but you know, no, like you gotta have the right. You gotta take the membrane off. Say you got ribs, and then you want to apply a binder. What kind of binder you want to use? It's up to you. I use mustard. Yeah, it's never gonna affect the flavor. It's just so you can put the dry rub on, right? You put the binder all over the meat, and then the dry rub. And I use a dry rub from Decatur, Alabama. It's a barbecue place called Smoky Seas. Absolute best white sauce I've ever had in my entire life. And, you know, 200 degrees, plate setter, indirect heat, for as long as you want, really. I mean, and every now and then when it's in there, you don't want to mess with it. You don't want to be opening it up, because that like can make it, you know, the internal temperature can speed up the heat, right? So you want to be really careful with
If
that.
you're looking, you ain't cooking.
What is it? If you're looking, you ain't cooking? Well, so 200 degrees. 200 degrees, low and slow. For, you know, the longer you can do it, the better. Every, you know, couple hours, you can have like a spray bottle of some water, or, you know, a little water with some sugar water or something like that. People go crazy with different things they use. You go in, you open it up after 2 hours, you spray a little bit, prevents it from like dehydrating or anything. You got to have a drip pan, of course, right on top of the plate setter. And then you would then, after 4-6 hours, however long you have or want to do it, you'd take it out, you take all the ribs out, you'd bring them inside, you'd put them on a tray, and then, okay, you get tin foil below each one, like individually each rack of ribs, and then you would apply butter on both sides, and then a little honey, and then brown sugar, a little brown sugar. And so you rub that on both sides, and then that one rack, you wrap it in the tin foil, so it's like trapped. And then you do that with all of them, and then you take it back out there, and you can put it 200 degrees, fine. You leave it on there indirect for another 2 to 4 hours, depending on how long you want it to be there. And that's the second process. And after that amount of time, you then, the easier part, I guess, would be you take it off the grill. So we're like 6 to 8 hours in, and then you go direct heat. You take them out of the tin foil, you put them on, and the temperature is going to heat up a little bit. That's fine. You then get your barbecue sauce, right? And you would get your brush out, and then you would begin to start painting with barbecue sauce on each rack of rib on both sides. And that is the caramelization process. That's where, you know, that the sugar, all that, you know, really like hardens up on the ribs, and you do that for about an hour. And then after that, you take it off, finished product, falls off the bone. It's unreal, dude. And then you dip it in Smoky Seas white barbecue sauce. Oh, nothing like it, dude. All right.
Mitch, you gotta take out the barbecue.
Well, you better clip that. I private all these Patreon streams, so you better clip it, man, or rewind it. Yeah, record it. How does that
Mitch,
not
you gotta
sound
take out the
keto? Pretty
barbecue.
keto.
You gotta take out the barbecue guru thing. I do my briskets on my egg for like.
Yeah, brisket. Yeah, I mean, you want to wake up at dawn and have it on all day, or you go to sleep and leave it on for sure. You know, I tried brisket once, and it's the toughest thing to cook, man. Brisket.
Oh man, the
Hardest
barbecue
thing.
guru is nice because it's IP controlled, so you can go in and control it over Wi-Fi. It has a fan and forced air. It's really good for you.
Oh yeah, saw that. I might need to start messing with that once I move and stuff.
Static video.
It's got 4 probes, so you have a pit probe.
And
The meat probe is nice.
Evening, guys. What's going on?
do a static video of you cooking.
I could do that. I could do a
You should
static
be-
video
you
of the
should do that.
barbecue. It'd be fun. Yeah.
Please, just one.
Just one
Is that a-
non-TA related video on my TA related channel. Yeah. Honey's not keto. I mean, whatever,
Just to
dude.
teach us about the rib.
It's so good.
This is great. It's almost midnight here, and I'm starving now.
I am too. I wasn't really able to eat dinner tonight because my IT guy came over right after stream. So I'm like, I'm not going to be like cooking in front of him. And it's like, I didn't feel like ordering Uber Eats. I do that like almost like every day now, you know? So I've got all these ribeye steaks. I want to cook them. And I'm like, I'll just do it after this stream. I'll eat late. Whatever, dude. Anyway. Welcome to the Patreon stream, chat. I mean, guess what, dude? Deal with it. Cry about it if you got issues with me talking about barbecue.
Sizzler.
Sizzler? You going to Sizzler, dude? Bueller?
Ain't nobody.
Sup?
Sup, dude?
Dude, man. That guy, oh, man.
Dude,
Yeah, bro, the Wyckoff, bro.
the white cough and the white barbecue sauce at the same time. Yep.
The Wyckoff,
Wyckoff and
barbecue
Bukowski.
sauce.
Closet operator eats ribs.
Oh, yeah. 100% he does.
Ribs that fall off the bone. That's
After
closet operator.
6 to 8 hours, 100%. What's up, Booby,
The
man?
composite barbecuer.
No sauce? I mean, again, you use the sauce, Ubi, to caramelize on. So it's like you're taking out the process of having to dip it in anything. But hold on a sec. Thank you for the 100, the C note. But for me, just personally, I'm all about the sauce. I'm all about caramelizing the red barbecue sauce, whatever your pick is. I like Smoky C's red barbecue sauce. It's on the ribs already. You take it out, it's prepared. And then after that, I like dipping in the white sauce. It's so good to me. Other people have different preferences.
Yeah, with ribs, not brisket. You come to Texas and they're
Oh God, you don't need it with brisket. Good God. Yeah, you don't need
not
any
Texas.
sauce. Yep. First time I had Skyward took me to a barbecue place his son worked at the time, and it was my first brisket from Texas.
And with ribs,
Cooking
what he was
with
talking
black.
about sounds delicious. And I want to
Mitch,
try
if
it.
you go to Austin, you got to try Terry Black's. It's the best barbecue.
I'm not sure. I might have had it. I don't know. We had multiple barbecues out there. I want to go back to Austin. It was so much
Yeah, I've
fun.
never
I had a
had
great
barbecue
time there.
myself.
What's up,
Yeah, Terry Black. Joe Rogan goes.
Matt
there a
Shaffer?
lot.
Thanks, dude, for the fives.
Buh, Joe Rogan, buh.
Yeah, Joe Rogan Connect, dude. Like the Connect, but for Joe Rogans. Yeah, I went to Valentina's was the name of the place I went to. That was it was incredible. You're gonna,
Well, Franklin. You know, Franklin.
You can't even get in the door. It's a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's not. I don't know. Terry Black's is.
Hey, Jeffrey, Matt. Do you have a project
Ooh,
for
we should make a-
decentralized barbecuing? Barbecue
Rib
coin, of
swap.
course, dude. Barbecue coin. Book it. It's coming in the next couple of years. There will be a barbecue coin.
Oh, BBQ coin.
Yeah, BBQ coin. Why would there not be that? That'd be crazy. It's gonna happen. Just wait. It's like Murphy's Law. If it can't happen, it will. Barbecue coin will exist at some point.
Yeah, whatever's popular with the
I just googled it. It looks like it's already here, bro. I googled it. I think it's existing.
It is a vague pronoun.
Is Keck coin a thing?
Oh, barbecue coin's here already? Let's go.
Yeah,
because
it's here.
When did it start? Because I said book it, and within a year, maybe about 2.5 months ago or something. 2 months ago, I said that on stream. Because they're just, it was like when all these things were, oh, could you look at cake and all these ones we just started hearing about because they were just happening in their existence.
Barbecue coin is really old.
It's really old.
Dude, it's $0. It's worth nothing.
False coin.
It's worth nothing. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder when we talk about barbecue coin, dude.
Some bad barbecue sauce on that.
Win spin? Oh, I don't know, dude. What's up, Sabina? Thanks for the 15 super chat. Appreciate it.
In the future, everyone's gonna have their own coin.
Everyone's gonna have their own coin. I don't want to do that. Like Mitray coin, but like now you can start a scam coin on like Binance Smart Chain or whatever, and it's like I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want I don't want to make it and then have my community buy into it. No way, dude. I want nothing to do with that crap. That is like a way to hurt people in your community that you built trust with.
Yeah.
That other people are doing. No way, never. Let's just keep it TA, man.
NFTs have filled that space, though, right? I mean, everybody wanted to monetize their own coin, but now with NFTs, that's really the new
Well,
space.
NFTs are amazing because they're virtual merchandise. So it's like you can support me, but you get a piece of virtual art instead of just literally nothing but saying thanks, right? I mean, it's just it's a no-brainer. Like I've got
Thanks for the Verge merch purge.
Yeah, the Verge merch purge, exactly. Patent pending, of course. I guess I'll spin a couple times just for
Repeating you, of course.
Is. Gosh, take it, Leroy. Hold on a sec. That's not
What
it.
is that?
That was celebration for Bitcoin getting destroyed. You know? Congratulations, Bitcoin, for sucking.
How awesome was that, though?
Nothing. That is a vague pronoun. The crash?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. It was really good.
6 worst one, so meh. 6 fastest worst drawdown in Bitcoin's history. I believe it was 6.
So was that like the head and shoulders of death up there?
Yeah, it ended up being that on Ethereum, yeah, for sure. And then you just had the macro outperforming the dump after that really accelerated the selling pressure on it, which led it to less than $2,000. Yeah, man. So you're just like, now we're in limbo. Ethereum looks great. Bitcoin, I don't know, dude. Bitcoin's so limbo. There's so much chop looking left where it could go. You flip the coin, man. Ethereum's going where that coin flip goes too, unfortunately. But at least you got a leg to stand on, or support to stand on, or to sit on, 2,500, 2,600. It ain't over till that. But once you break 2,500, if you do, you're going straight to $2,000. There's nothing there. It's straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
But then maybe you get a double bottom and divergence or something, you know? While Bitcoin makes a lower low or the same low, Ethereum may... I hope we don't ever break 2,500. You know, that's what we are hoping for. We'll see. So get wrecked.
You still bearish?
I don't know. Like, am I bearish? If you look at Ethereum's chart, the consensus I was talking about today was higher highs, higher lows, including now. Like, even after this crash, you made a very clear higher low than the previous low. Look, low from April 23rd is lower than the low from May 20th by far. It's not even close, dude. It's like $500 difference where traders settled up. Screw the wicks, man. Yeah, wicks, dude. That's not where traders settle up. That's noise. So the candle close is what's really important.
That wick was a bullish pin bar.
It was, but it was pathetic. It was like, no demand. Made me look stupid on Instagram. My story, like bullish pin bar, good. I'm like, no demand, and then I say no demand on the next one, and then it goes up 15-20%. I'm like, cool, volatility. Can't do anything with these single candles. It's way too volatile. The market's very volatile right now, so it's just not a swing traders. Hey, scalpers, people really rounding, want to take shots, you know, like a low area. Okay, maybe it's their time. It's not the swing traders thing, right? We have to find an edge, and if there's not one, then we go all in on FEYE capo, but we don't go all in, but we maybe take a long position on FireEye, you know, a stop, or we take a long on Activision or EA or Zynga because they're showing magnificent potential double bottoms that are, you know, high or low double bottom, or we want to take a long on Twitter. Twitter's a great opportunity for low risk, high reward. Even though it's Twitter, it's amazing though. It's gorgeous. PayPal,
I do like
Qualcomm, you name it, dude. There's too many opportunities on stocks. There's not much opportunity in crypto. Doge is okay, but all these. Yeah, Nokia's been an option for a long time. Same with Ford, right? Composite operator, already acquired its position at a much lower level. Like, you know, those are ones that are, I mean, Nokia's beginning to play out. Nokia's going to much higher levels in, you know, the future based on the Gartley or Cypher, I can't even remember, the harmonic and where the harmonic is. So,
where do you see Doge going to 70, right?
Assuming Bitcoin doesn't crap out, which it very well could. I don't know about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin dictates Doge, it dictates everything, right? Hex though, Hex is awesome. Like I'm like most bullish on Hex. It's up 5.5.
Do you not like Matic?
Matic's good, but it's so gone. It's so, at least Hex is like at least a little bit reasonable where, hey, nice, really methodical falling wedge. Where the falling wedge is amazing. It's back testing. That old candle open, right? Candle open, first time ever listed on Hitbit, June of last year. It's a support. There's bullish divergence. I don't know. There's crazy volume, even though people are like, it's not real. It's a bug. It's like, okay, whatever the bug is, think about it like this. It's either Hex goes to moon now or Bitcoin dumps. Hex goes to backtest 4.1 cents again, hits the bottom of the falling wedge demand line, right? And then shows triple bullish divergence. And then it's even more incredible. So it's a win-win for Hex. Whether it goes up now or later, it's probably happening. Like, it's awesome, dude. Hex, I know. It's a scam, dude. I don't care. Not technically.
Yeah,
Technically, it's not a
you've been
scam.
pushing Hex hard, dude.
It's not pushing it. It's literally just the way the chart
I know,
looks.
I know. I'm not saying you're pushing it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's like, because, for reasons like that are good, that are valid as F reasons. 1.1 pennies, right? Entry. What is that?
Yeah,
going up 300+%.
Of course.
So when do we start seeing more altcoins decouple from Bitcoin then?
That it doesn't ever have to happen. Like, we never have to see that. I mean, they did do it. It did it for a while. Like, we just saw it while Bitcoin was doing nothing burger for 3+ months, creating head and shoulders, Wyckoff distribution. These altcoins were going all-time highs, multi-year highs. So that just happened.
Like from the perspective of like gold decoupling from everything else. So it used to be like if gold would tank, all of the other assets would get ripped as well. That doesn't happen anymore, as we've seen the last 2 years.
Other assets?
Bitcoin overtakes gold, I guess, right?
Like how gold really doesn't drive the value of the dollar anymore. So is there a time that Bitcoin doesn't necessarily be the same macro influence that it does have currently?
The way it is now, no, I don't think it's changing anytime soon. I think you'll have passing correlations, passing decoupling sessions where the altcoins will outperform, as we saw recently, and they'll couple back up. When volatility comes in, though, nope, everything's the same almost at this point. Everything. When Bitcoin volatility comes in, the altcoins get wrecked. That is something that's stayed true forever. Like, as long as I've been a market participant, where volatility is the kryptonite of altcoins. So it's not about Bitcoin going down or up. It's about the speed and pace at which it goes down or up, right? So
I think
what happened? You cut out.
You're
Cut.
Satoshi, when it becomes Satoshis and not Bitcoin, that's when it will decouple, I believe.
Which might never happen. I mean, it's so
medium
speculative. It's so well, we can't really do anything. We can theory craft, but it's, again, just so.
Yeah, basically, I think it becomes a medium of exchange more than I think.
Sure, and how would that happen? Hyper-Bitcoinization, which would require multiple trillions of dollars more in the market cap of crypto, not just crypto, but Bitcoin. Like, you want to see Bitcoin itself gain 5 trillion more dollar market cap, which we don't know if that's ever going to happen. You just don't know. Even though it seems like it's going to happen. Oh, you got the Fed coming out with digital currency now. They're talking about it, They're really gunning. Like, good God, the FUD, when it rains it pours. It's China's banning crypto, IRS and Treasury. You got to report your crypto. It's like every day. Elon, it's like every day, man.
But that's bullish to me.
I don't know. It's like it's a brigade. It almost seems coordinated. It's like, is it really a coincidence, dude? Is it really coincidence? I don't know about that. It's like the only thing that can drive the price down is people creating this bull crap.
There's a laundry list of stories, negative and positive. They can pick it as they wish and cherry pick the stories. I mean, and it's always at a pivotal point, right? At a breakout, up or down. So, I mean, it's manufactured, I believe.
Yeah, there's a reason they call it bullcrap, dude.
Yeah.
Back up a step here. What did you mean whenever you said whenever we switch to Satoshis?
I just think when the normal speak of everyone is Satoshi, not Bitcoin. I mean, it's like going in and, you know, buying a coffee as a medium of exchange and not so much of a store of value.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's 10 Satoshis, sir. For a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Which may never happen. Probably. I just
Yeah, I mean, it
probably
they
won't ever happen.
A $100
Yeah, it'd be
million or $100 trillion market cap, where like one or something like that. It's like one Bitcoin is $100 million,
Whoa,
or one Satoshi. One
Just
Satoshi
like
is
this
$1.
whole bull-
And it's like, when
Which
is
equals
that gonna
$1 million
happen?
Bitcoin, right?
One
So it'd be
Satoshi.
like paying
$1.
with your retirement fund. Here, I'm going to pay for my coffee with
whatever.
Satoshi's. It's the future, man.
But I think the FUD is never going to stop about the proof of work using so much energy. That's going to increase more and more.
That argument was dead a long time ago. Proof of work is the invention.
Energy, baby, bring me to life.
Government,
Like how
man.
Netflix uses more energy than Bitcoin.
The
Yep.
energy usage is.
Oh,
the
that's
security
another
layer.
stupid thing that they're coming out with recently. That's just one of the other ones. God, it's so dumb.
Well, it's the trilemma. The trilemma will never be solved, if you ask me, with the rate of Ethereum and where they're going with proof of stake. So the trilemma, it's either security, scalability, or decentralization. And for me, that's the power of Bitcoin. I mean, that is the invention, is proof
Security.
of work. Exactly.
So, like, why are we complaining about the energy usage? I mean, really.
Exactly.
Well, how much energy does an ATM machine use plugged in? I mean, they're
So they first they
It's
laugh,
gonna get
first
more.
ignore
It's
you.
going to get more efficient over time.
They laugh at you and then they fight
the
you.
whole institution. I mean, we're paying. I mean, I don't see a point in paying for the air conditioner bill for a monetary system. It should be peer-to-peer, direct, and decentralized. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to be cut there.
Maybe it's Wyckoff distribution, and they needed to coordinate to get everybody to capitulate. This is, I don't know.
Duh.
Just kidding.
J.K. Rowling.
You don't really know. I mean, it's just because it's like that huge markdown could have just been the beginning too. I mean, like, it may not, like, because, you know, in 2017 when it all ended, you had a violent sell-off, really bad, but it was a blow-off top. This was not a blow-off top on Bitcoin. It was just Wyckoff distribution. So I don't know if it's the same situation, but you just go back to 2020. And
The Pi cycle indicator was there a little bit. You got to give it up for that.
Yeah, that played out pretty well. But look, I mean, you know, it was just all-time highs, and then less than a week later, you had this, you know, it dropped 50% in 5 days before, right, catching its footing, going sideways, and then it rallied, made a lower high, then it started dumping again. So you just don't know. You just don't know if, like, we're in the same situation. That huge sell-off, 30K, you know, and the rally is the same thing. You know, it's like, you don't know. So there's no edge.
Now, with Cream, there was like a 75% drop in one day or something, and I don't know, I just thought that was curious. It was a scam wick, but, you know, like, how do you explain that, or what, physically, how is that done?
Someone sold, and it dumped until there were buy orders on the book, I guess. I don't know.
Just, yeah, more selling.
Natural psychology.
Yeah, that's it. There just wasn't.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, that's all it is, pretty much.
There could be somebody made too much money, didn't know what to do with their money. They're like, just sell it all at once, and didn't realize that they were basically going to tank their whole portfolio.
That's right.
And then also, you know, all the long positions getting liquidated, so they had to cover much of their positions, so that forced a bunch of sell-off.
So someone saw that there were a bunch of long positions, and so they shorted it to liquidate them.
And I guess that they're leveraged. Can you even leverage trade cream? Maybe. Sure, probably somewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, yeah. What about Bunny Coin? God.
Well, I know the Wells buy aggregated stop loss exchange information from the exchanges, but I wonder if they're able to get that in DeFi.
You can't leverage cream anywhere. Boom. So there was none of that. But regardless, I mean, you just don't know like how many wallets own how much supply on these smaller S coins. So yeah, just I don't know. Like those are things where I just, even if I know, what am I going to do with it? You know, like what am I going to do with that information? Okay, cool. You know, I just look for the patterns, keep it simple. You set up your stops. If it fails, it fails. You're stopped out. You move on with your day. You look for another opportunity. You know, I think a lot of people get caught up in this space with so much speculation. Things that even if they knew, what's that going to do for you? And it's almost like, I don't know, man. Like too many. Like, what if this? What if that? What if, man? Like, what if? And the thing is, it's like there's so many unknowns. It's like you may never know. So if you think you know, you might always be wrong. So again, what's the point of even caring? Like, that's the way I feel about this space. Like, I'm just gonna look for value with Fibonacci and look for divergence and you know, treat it like a traditional market, except when we're in hyper bullish cycles, we would have to then readjust and say, hey, instead of taking profit at like, instead of completely exiting at the third target, we would only take another 25 and then have a fourth target, and it'd be like the 2618 or 3618 or something stupid. So I don't know, man. I just, you know, you get jaded because like every day it's like the same questions get asked for years, you know, about these things. Like, what are you going to do with the information if you really know? You know, it's like, oh, well, nothing. I can't do much about it. So
you do something with it already, though. Like you have a good guideline of $1 million daily volume. That's good. That's good use of that information.
Yeah, that's like literal, real pieces of data, just like divergence, volume, right? Pattern structures, critical ice lines, support resistances, back test of old supports, resistances as support again after falling below them. Those are like true things you can use. Like, yeah, like volume's definitely one of them. Now in crypto, or I guess this used to be more so the case where there used to be so much OTC trading. I don't think there's as much anymore because it's all been like scooped up and put in cold storage, and now maybe the volume's a little bit more significant these days. But yeah, volume's big. I mean, volume, especially on traditional. Well, not really in Forex. Volume's a big deal on the stock market. You know, like, hey, you want to have a high volume on like the right side of the cup with handle than the left, higher than the left, and then there's like dome-shaped volume, like that's like where it'll start low, it'll go high, then it'll start receding again, and then there's U-shaped volume, you know, where it starts high, then decreases while the pattern's in development, and then while when the pattern's almost fully developed, the volume will start spiking again. There's all different types of volume signatures on traditional markets, but I just don't know if it plays as much of a role here. Like I can have volume turned off, because it's like it doesn't really, when we look like cake, bake, and all that, those trade setups and stuff, I didn't look at volume. That was not part of the formula at all. So I really just don't know how significant volume is in crypto.
That's interesting.
Just from a
Can you
liquidity
elaborate more on that?
Wait, say that again?
Like the volume, how you don't really think it's necessary?
It's not, I don't know about necessary. It's like you got to have liquidity, right? Which is volume, I guess. You got to have a lot of it. You want to have a lot of, the more people exchanging hands, buying and selling the asset, the better, because the higher the chances you're going to get your order filled at that price. You know, okay, that's awesome. But it gets to a point where I don't know in traditional technical analysis terms, like where I'm looking for an opportunity, if I'm going to be taking a long based on, oh, well, there's lower. I mean, there are, look, volume, you can say there's divergence. Okay, volume, you could use it as just another oscillator where if you have a low here and then a lower low with high volume on the first sell-off and then a lower level of volume on the second sell-off, that's a form of bullish divergence. You're diverging, it's doing the same thing. So, I mean, you can look at it that way, maybe to identify a form of divergence, but...
There's also trend lines with volume. You can kind of see like...
it'll break it,
yeah. Like an increase or a decrease, kind of like descending down, and then it breaks out of that. Like it's during consolidation patterns, it's really nice to watch volume with it. And I did that with the BNB and a couple other ones where it's like, here's this pattern that's going on, and then I watch the volume, like descending down into that pattern, and then it breaks out with the breakout. Like it's an awesome confirmation.
Yeah, but that it doesn't matter all the time. Volume doesn't matter, right?
In crypto, I just, again, it's not really.
He's just talking about having 1 million volume at least, right? Like, and then beyond that, it's you just need it for the liquidity for transactions.
Yeah, but in stocks, you can strategize more. And like Thomas Bulkowski talks about it in his books, like in certain patterns, you want to have volume appear in certain areas and certain volume signatures on the same patterns can make patterns more reliable. It's crazy, man. He did so much research, dude. And then it's like where the pattern exists. Like, is the pattern in a bull trend? So it's like you can have like, okay, there's a greater percentage chance that a falling wedge is going to play out in a bull trend as a continuation versus an asset or a falling wedge in a bull trend as a reversal pattern. But then it's like then you have falling wedges in bear trends as continuations are really unreliable. They don't do very well at all because you're counter trend trading. And then like in a bear market, a falling wedge as a reversal is even crappier. Like, so you go into that world of like, performance in the context of the pattern being in a bull trend, bear trend, and or it being a continuation or reversal pattern. So
I'll be honest.
Okay.
I'll be honest too, like studying.
Don't lie to
Wyckoff,
us,
like
Wolfman. I'll be frank.
Wyckoff,
say that it's better.
Studying Wyckoff, it's really crazy because sometimes, like, I've noticed distribution and accumulation can look very similar, but what separates the two, and it's very counterintuitive almost, but then also makes a lot of sense. It's not so counterintuitive when you realize it. But like with accumulation, you spend more time kind of down, like rounding the bottom, and spend more time almost scaring everybody and thinking it's gonna break down to a lower level. Whereas with distribution, you kind of round the top more. It's if that makes sense.
More tests.
Yeah, so you could obviously tell with Bitcoin's last before we're out of that now, so don't worry about it. But it's old news kind of. But like that distribution pattern that everybody that keeps bringing up, like Mitch has already said, it's old news. It's already played out. Mm-hmm. We're on to the next thing. But you can now look back.
Reassuring yourself.
No, but I'm just saying you can look back at that, and it's you could see it's more of like there's like a rounded top between what was going on with Bitcoin before. You can put an arc up there where he is right now, like on the chart. You can easily put one of those like rounded top arcs showing the distribution from that. Exactly, yeah.
Totally.
There you go.
But also you could say it wasn't Wyckoff distribution. It was Head and Shoulders, man. Oh wait, it was both in the end, kind of, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this shoulder, head,
but
and
also,
then right shoulder.
If you go look at last summer, our favorite Wyckoff accumulation, we had that distribution top, and then we came down, and like it might be easier to in log scale, but you can kind of see it there. Look at that. Look at that. There's the rounded top, and then we came down and we made a rounded bottom, and then we broke the, we crossed the creek. There you go.
Yeah, or you just go with can close, whatever.
And see, it was the period before July was so much easier because it was such smaller numbers. Everything was way more condensed, lower range. But then you look at the between 10 and 12K, we're already starting to get that wider girth. That's kind of where we are right now. Like that huge, what looks really big pattern is what we have going on right now with where we're at, because it's a much larger range. So we have that distribution top, and then we're going to come down and hopefully make that accumulation bottom, and then jump to the creek again. Like that's an idea that I'm playing with, something like that. And so you can look there. You have that distribution top where he has up on the chart, and then hopefully we'll make like a rounded accumulation bottom, and it could last months, weeks, whatever. And then we could jump that creek again.
And then you had, on the futures, you had a perfect descending triangle reversal pattern. And it was more symmetrical triangle stuff here. It was kind of like, oh, I don't really know so much. But yeah, you like eventually had a supply line and you broke it. And that was like around, I mean, you had square announced, that was it. This was the square, jumped across the creek. And then you had the 19th, which was just right here. That's PayPal. News-driven catalysts help propagate this to insane levels. So, what you're looking for, right? You get a pullback from your previous swing low.
Sell the news.
No.
That was sort of like that was random out of nowhere.
No, we found out what happened after the fact.
Exactly. No, I was here when it happened, but I'm just saying, like, what?
618 pullback, right? It's 75% retrace, right? 75. So what did Bitcoin do? From its previous.
Mitch, doesn't this also feel like, I don't know, remember last year where we were watching 100%. Gold like outperform Bitcoin, where it's like
they looked identical.
Gold's doing things, but Bitcoin's boring and doing nothing. Maybe that's what's going to go on right now. Is like gold's going to have its little run, while Bitcoin's kind of just going to bore everybody and go sideways for a bit, and we're going to be like, gold. It's all about gold right now, and then again, it's going to hit that point.
Yeah, it's like the money rotates.
Yep.
The Rothschilds rotate.
Yeah.
The real market mover.
Excuse me?
Dead chat, my bad. Sorry about that.
Do you feel like the those market movers are kind of setting up charts in a way?
So that again, it came in really muffled.
He was saying, do we feel like the market movers are setting up charts? They're gonna, if they're setting up charts, it's what Mitch is bringing up, the things that nobody's looking at right now that seem boring and quiet. That's where the market movers are. They're not, when everything's being loud and has attention on it, like it's already too late. You want to look for things when nobody else is interested. You want to show up at the party before the party begins, kind of thing.
Composite operator.
Yeah, show up on the CEO's acquire.
Use TA.
Of course they do.
They must.
If you were the composite man right now, what would your plan be, Mitch?
I'm gonna get Doge to $1.
I mean, at this point, I need pattern development. If Wyckoff distribution just happened, now it's like, okay, so is the trend over, or is it bullish? Because if it's bullish, it would recover here. I mean, if the trend's still intact, the long-term uptrend's still intact, you'd begin a recovery. You would maybe, it would look something like after the COVID crash, where this develops, this type of price action where no edge existed when this was going on at all, but it just extended on and just kept floating on, and it recovered, right? I mean, so you'd probably be looking, that's probably what would develop, and it'd be hard because there's there's no edge, and there may not be an edge on the recovery. Like, there just isn't always an edge. That doesn't make TA fake. It's just the things we look for aren't always there, even when a recovery happens. So,
You know what's awesome is because Mitch streams every day, you could go back, you could look on the charts, see where Bitcoin was before it broke out last year, and then you can go to the streams that Mitch was doing. And I have a really good memory, so I remember Mitch like talking about for a while, there was this little limbo period where we're like, okay, either Bitcoin's going to respect the TA or it's not, but like everybody was still kind of fearful. We're like, it's either going to respect the TA or it's not. And but here's like he saw like a little edge, and he's like, it's either going to do this or it's not. But here it is, and like, but there was no, we had no, there was little confidence kind of. That's the kind of thing that you want going on when our edge is set up. Like you want everybody to be kind of almost questioning it. And like, I don't know.
Yeah, 9200.
Exactly.
And then you had like people literally saying that's bull crap. This thing's going. This is so screwed. It's going down to 6K again. It's over. Like and around that time.
Yeah. People were exactly last year. Yeah, people were talking about like I'm gonna wait for 6K or they. Yeah, exactly. They were talking about these lower levels.
Yep, we were down to like 9K.
9100.
Yeah, we were stuck between 10K and 8500 right here. Like just, it was like a harmonic.
When we inverted the chart, it was so bearish.
Oh yeah, that's right. He inverted the chart too. Yeah, and he's like, "Look at this." Yeah, that it looked kind of scary when he did that.
I felt like the last.
Yeah, because it's almost like XABCD.
Like that. It was dumped. Everyone was like, "Are we going to 80K or are we going to 40K?"
But just we broke the creek. Yeah.
My mind was blown the first time I saw you flip a chart. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just had never even thought of flipping a chart before.
This was it right here. I still have it pictured. I still have it like literally plotted.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Spring,
yeah.
we jumped across the creek. We jumped across the creek. Then we created a third valley, and then it was like there was a thing where it was like I had a harmonic, and it started playing out. Then it failed, and then people were trolling. And it's like, oh my god! It's like, okay, whatever, man. It didn't really play out all the way. I think it was like X, A, B, C, D, and then this happened, and then like it failed. Now it's like when I accidentally pinged like everyone in the Discord chat or something. Yeah, it was like a perfect Gartley, like that.
It was harmonic solid.
And then it was like, oh, bro, oh my god, it's going, dude. And then it dumps, and everyone's like, ha. I'm like, whatever, man. It still held the same lows, and it was, and then it created this structure right here, and then that was like, man, this looks real good, dude. And then it jumped across the creek, and then it just, that was it, man. And then you went to the top. You went to the top of the range.
There's a little Gartley there too at the end.
Yeah, it was a 60-minute mini Gartley. I think it's still pictured. Let me see if I still have that art plotted. Let's see, 60-minute. Where are we? Gotta find where I am. It always takes you back. Let's see, where are we? Oh yeah, oh, there it is. It's the Gartley.
There it is. Yep.
Little mini Gartley, and you jumped across the creek. It's beautiful. Yep.
To get it across.
God, just the mini Gartley took you all the way to Kingdom Come. That will be done. Oh my God.
Look how far we've come.
Yeah,
no, it's
9,000 to
that's why too. It's
64K.
like, can you really from here, from down there to all the way where we got up to? Can you really be surprised that we're having a little bit of a correction? Like,
No,
I mean, and yeah, sure.
I'm
In
happy.
traditional markets, it would be a crash. That would be it, game over. But like, this is crypto. You can't be surprised when things go up, 100,000%, whatever. Like, and then they have a correction. Yeah, it's like, this is normal.
I
this
am
is crypto.
psyched. I am really psyched right now.
Why are you psyched?
Oh yeah. Can we get another one of those little Gartleys, man? Like where we're at?
It'll take a while. It'll definitely take a while.
That one was like months. It was like we were stuck at 9,000.
Yeah, it was like we were in a desert, the summer desert, dude. It was like, I need water.
And we
just hanging on.
We were teased throughout that too. Like, it would go up to certain levels. And
So
then
many
would
times
fall back
that it
down.
would drop. That it would drop to like back to 5K. Like it was getting close,
Well,
and
it was
then
like
it went down to 8,100 and like faked
went
you
up
out.
to 12, and yeah.
remember at one point I misidentified Y Cup distribution and it broke out to the upside. Man, got so much hate for that. It was like, whatever, dude. Like,
Bro, whatever. Haters gonna hate, bro.
oh, dude, they are. They're such awful people, too. Like, so, like,
Yeah,
just
you can't
get a
let it
life,
get
man. Oh, yeah, it's like, I don't even make calls. I just talk about, hey, it looks like there might be an increased probability of something happening. I'm not like one that's like, oh, yeah, dude, it's definitely going this way. It's like, it's never been about
we
that.
appreciate that, for sure.
Yeah, man. A lot of negativity out there. Looks like Bitcoin's gonna go test 40K again, for sure.
Whatever.
Order on like how people can talk, like, because I have a few questions.
Girl.
Is there
Go
any,
ahead.
well, I know Mitch is a pro in probably options, but do anybody else know how to trade options?
I'm actually not very big on options, but Jeff is, but he's not here this evening.
Yeah, there's a whole education channel on options, and Jeff is the go-to guy that you could definitely ask those questions for.
Yeah, Jeff is the goat, dude.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Do you guys like, is his name like Jeff on here or is something?
Jeff Grau.
Jeff Pro.
Well, Jeff Grau on, right? Isn't it on actual Discord, Jeff Grau?
Yeah.
It's like CCCP.
Oh, is
He
it
kind of has like
probes?
and has like a raspy voice.
Where's Probst?
don't know.
Jared Grau, CCCP, Probst.
Yeah, there is like hidden bearish divergence developing now in Bitcoin. So yeah, dude, like at any time you start showing weakness, failing to break a critical ice line from January 9, and then you start stalling out a momentum, oh, you're screwed, dude. You're going to retest lows probably. This is, think about it, because if you're in a short-term, mid-term bear trend now, this is going to outperform. Like for real. So see at least to go back test 36,000 where traders set it up.
Alright, whatever.
So
Okay,
just
let's
be
do
aware that it's happening. Like it's bearish variables now developing after rejecting critical levels. And this is what I talked about. This is what you should be worried about is like, yeah, dude, you're at the top of a mega range and there's a long way to fall. So you don't want to be falling back below 39,855. Otherwise, there's just not much of anything left.
Okay.
We've never
Thank you.
we've never tested the December 2017 highs. Of 20.
No, we haven't. Yeah, that's a long way down. It's 20K. It's 19,981 or 19,891. What's up,
Yeah.
P09? Thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Yeah, and as you can see on the total market cap where it is, it's such a bad area. It's like you're now falling below. You've been doing this, but you want to get back above 1.83 trillion. You need to get back above that and then back test it and hold it as support before going higher. That's just not the case right now. You're rejecting the living crap out of the top of the range. And that's it so far. It's not bullish. Like the behavior on Bitcoin and total is not bullish right now. I'm like, no matter what you say, you can't convince me. And that's why I'm saying all stream today. It's like, I can't tell you the direction because of there's no edge. There's nothing implying upside. And now if you start stalling out here, you're starting to show a bearish edge, and that's hidden bearish divergence on the 4 hour. So after, for a like kind of 12, maybe 16 different hours since we crashed, have you failed to break 42K? So it's just so.
All right. Now we need some hopium.
There is no hopium. Like there's no hopium to smoke right now. Like there's literally nothing hopium wise to smoke on Bitcoin besides maybe somehow magically Bitcoin holds above 39,855. Magically, candle high close from January
honestly,
14th. That's it.
Honestly, too, you don't want Mitch to provide you with hopium. You can go get hopium anywhere else.
Yeah, all over the place.
You want him to
I'm
be
just making
real
a
and let
joke.
you know, like, this is definitely the time to, like, I mean, a big part about learning how to be a trader is knowing when not to trade, and this is not a time to trade right now.
Nope, not
Like, I
for
mean,
crypto, but stocks.
Yeah.
Hey,
No, I'm
stocks
not
are
trading.
incredible.
I'm just holding my fucking account. I mean, my account. I'm not trying to invest. My bad.
You're good, dude. It's all good. It happens.
Oh, good, man. I wasn't trying to call you out specifically or anything. Anyways, I was just, you brought up a point, and I was, yeah.
Someone said 49,000 CME gap. There's some hopium. Yeah. Dude, I'm so hungry. I've been live for about an hour, so I might wrap it up. Might be, you know, I haven't had time to eat, man. Like, there's a time to eat dinner, and it's a small window, especially on Thursdays. And when your IT guy can only come over today because you're working on a graduation present for your cousin who's graduating next week, and he can't come back until Sunday, and that's it after that. Like, so it's rough, man. Not a good Thursday for time and eating dinner and not being hungry.
More than $5. Thanks, man, for what you do for us.
Yeah.
What's up, Anani?
Okay.
That's worth way more than $5. What are you talking about? More than $5, man. What are you talking about? Thanks, dude, for the $5.
Yeah, I just realized the people who paid for their Bitcoin conference tickets with Bitcoin, they actually got a really good price. Because it was $900 when it was at like 60-something thousand. So now it's
top.
Yeah, so now it's like they got their tickets for like $350 or something, $450.
Well, in the end, I think they're now like, how much is a regular pass now? It's expensive. It's like $2,000.
They were $900 if you paid. If you pay with Bitcoin, it was $900.
But right now, if you paid, what is it? $900 still?
I might come out today.
Yeah, it's still $900 if you pay with Bitcoin, but you're paying like double the amount. That's what I'm saying. Almost double of Bitcoin, at least.
Oh, it's not like it's stupid to be buying. I mean, you could. Anyone could do it if they wanted. It's just, hey, man. You could have gotten it so much cheaper. Yeah, and now it's like, God, sentiment murdered. Literally murdered sentiment going into this thing. And it could be worse. Only got like, what is it, a couple more weeks, man. It could get wrecked, go down 30K again. Imagine how people are going to be feeling. So many people that are going to participate in that thing, the bought tickets, probably never participated in crypto until Bitcoin at 50 plus K. So those people devastated. They might not be able to afford to get there, you know.
It'd be funny if like during the conference it just has like another like Black Swan event, like during the guy like Michael Saylor's talking, all of a sudden he's like checking his phone, like sweating. The price goes down to like 10K.
No, that would be cataclysm. That would be cataclysmic. The bull market would be probably done. I mean, for sure. I mean, it could be done now. We don't really know. It could be the beginning of the end, right? Because, okay, say it like figures at things out, you know, and rallies. It's, dude, like, it might just run up to make just another crappy lower high than the previous high and dump again to lower lows, you know? So it's just, you don't know. Like, people think they know, but okay, sure. They're genius then. Wow. Flip a coin and you might be right. Yeah, Bitcoin's
from the previous high to low. Wouldn't the 618 be around 48.2? That's where I was looking for if it were to rebound.
Cover crash. Cover crash.
No. If from the previous low to high on that right shoulder.
Yeah. I think we would go the top, the very top. We don't know that the bottom's in. I think we would go that very top. 618's 51,679. 51.
What do you think about a $300,000 retrace?
$300,000 retrace? Oh, that'd be ideal. That would be utopian. Dude, Bitcoin's not.
You wouldn't take the top from the previous local high.
You could if you wanted.
BTC 5 minutes chart.
Would that not be accurate?
There you go, Eggman. Nice one, dude. That 5 minute crap's gonna fail so much. Sorry, someone tipped when you were talking. This is the bad time. I just don't know how you just rejected 42K, like 4 different 4-hour candles. So I think the bears are fully in control of this market for now. The short term. Yeah, I mean, they are in charge. What do you like? That's lower highs, lower lows. You know.
No, I'm bearish. Let's go.
You can't be bullish at this level. It's so stupid to be bullish here. Like, it could happen. It could flip the coin. Yeah, it goes up, right? But where it is and how weak the price action is at this level, the downside is so high. You have such strong downside potential if it does want to dump below this little level it's barely holding on to, just acting so weak here. It's just
cool, bro.
Yeah, it's like you had 7 months, 7+ months to participate in a momentum-driven asset class, and now you're on the other side of the fence. Momentum's the other way now. And so it's like, hey, man, it's all this, but it could be the other way. So
if we make a higher low than 30K, that would be good though, right? That would show that we...
Sure, but man, there's just what is going to prop that up, like looking left. I think you could bleed out and eventually see 30K again, double bottom or something. Maybe a daily edge shows up.
Dragon.
Hopium,
people don't want to talk about it, but could always backtest 19,891.
Of course, yeah, of course. Because like if you break 30K, there's literally nothing below 30K. So you don't want to go to 30K again because of the ledge that you're looking at. You're like on the edge of the abyss below 30K. It's a straight line up. Guess what? Momentum wants to be bearish. Straight line down. It will happen. Like if you do break 30K, it will be a straight line down to 20K. Oh yeah. Like why would it not? Just tell me. Someone come in and refute that argument. There's nothing here but outer space except a straight line up. And what Merry Christmas, dude.
Jeez. Completely erase 7 months of gains if you're holding.
Yep, thank God, man. It's like you got to figure out ways to take some profit, if you did change your life. Like I had to, because of the underwriters for the mortgage company wanted to see a cash position, like that cash position of all the stuff I'm doing when I close. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I was like around $56,000 just in the middle of the chop zone. And, because I was like, dang, man, this sucks. Because what if it breaks, 58K? It might go, dude, but it didn't. So it ended up confirming the high and dumping.
Right on.
So I feel like I got lucky with the timing of it, but my hold account, God, dude, so wrecked.
I'm not gonna lie, like the chart that I posted April 20th or whatever, like that was the strongest edge I've seen in a while, and it was unfortunately pointing to the downside, not the upside. Like I had so many multiple coinciding variables in the other direction, like, and that's the kind of thing we want to look for now, coming back the other way, and we just don't have that.
Yeah, there's nothing implying upside at all on Bitcoin. If anything, the only thing that is implied is downside on Bitcoin, a continuation downside on the 4-hour chart. There's nothing else. That's it. And you're not even oversold anymore on the daily, so you can get oversold again. Sure, on another dump. Like it's just you're literally staring off a cliff. Like if you are a Bitcoin market participant, you're looking at a cliff that goes straight down to 30K every time in history.
But
isn't that what makes
us bold and strong? Come on, we got this.
I guess, man.
It kind of looks like a double top on the hourly.
Probably is, man. Like bearish indicator on a not so significant time scale. But in a new bearish downtrend, it could play out, man. Just at the same time, it could hold too. Sure, I guess, and get invalidated, but nothing's been really going very well for Bitcoin bullishly. So I just think that the bears still are in control for the short term. We'll see, though, right? I hope it's the COVID crash low stuff happens where it sells off, makes a higher low than 36.8, pivots, and just floats on for a while. Oh, is it a bear flag? Nah, it's been floating on for far too long to be a bear flag, and then eventually just pops and then goes straight up to 58K again. But wishful thinking. I don't know, man. I just don't know.
A Wyckoff question, Mitch?
Sure, yeah.
So, like, where we are in the drop in value here, is it too early to be looking for phase A, or I've posted a couple of them where I'm like playing around with the idea.
It's probably too early.
Like
The crash happened literally yesterday morning, so I think it's way too early for anything. I wish that there was a great time for, hey, we got the data we need, let's do it, but it's too early, and I hate it because it's like people are like, hey, I watch your stream every day, and I need your analysis on Bitcoin. I need it now. And it's like, I'm sorry, the analysis is kind of bearish, and you're you're looking at the edge of a cliff, a $10,000 cliff, and if you fall, you might be right back at 30K again. So,
hell yeah.
Hey Mitch, quick question: if you look at the hourly, could you argue a ascending triangle possibly?
A 60-minute. I mean,
man,
if you just
want to see that.
It's like bearish divergence on the 60-minute and 4-hour bearish divergence.
Is it even possible for both Bitcoin and Ethereum together?
I mean, if we pivot there, like on that.
Of course, Sam. Yeah, of course it's possible. They do. They have, like they recently did. Bitcoin and the DXY dumped together. Bad. So. Yeah, dude, that's like a high, the same high, slightly lower high with much lower levels. That's like bearish. It's like another bearish indicator. So you coincide the 60-minute and the 4-hour both being bearish right there. You're hanging on barely. Like this is why I have these little gray lines, because below that is kind of nothing but. Now you did hold. Like today you fell below and you rallied back up. But now you're like one high, a second high, maybe a third high. It's like confirming. So we'll see, right? Justin Sun and a bunch of other people bought, down here, and I kind of felt good last night. I didn't ping people, patrons, but I did post. I'm like, hey, it's your first high or low since like May 10th, May 9th on your 60-minute chart. Great. And now you're trying to make another high or low. Hopefully you can make another high or low, but dude, there's just not enough variables that line up to give you enough of an edge to say it's greater than a coin flip's chance is going to happen. So, if anything, the coin flip chance is starting to become weighted to the bearish side with now this little bearish divergence on the 60-minute and then the 4-hour hidden bullish or hidden bearish divergence beginning to develop. So, now the thing is, if it holds this and starts rallying again, when I don't know, then maybe, it's the negative momentum will not begin to wane and it'll just keep rallying, but go smoke some hopium, dude.
Yeah, the good news is, guys, too, is with this market, with crypto in general, like, we don't need to, catch the absolute bottom or get in there. Like, once we do find an edge, like, I mean, you're looking at crazy percentage gains once it's bullish and going to the upside anyway. So it doesn't matter where you get in. Like, you don't need to worry about to catch that absolute bottom. Like, we just need to find when the momentum is going to shift to the upside, and it doesn't matter if you buy at 40,000 or if it's at 50,000, because the potential for upside when that edge emerges is going to be huge.
Man, yeah, when the edge emerges.
Yeah, but for now, have fun gambling. You're literally gambling trying to buy Bitcoin now. Or you're just saying, oh, I don't care. You're saying, I'm going to buy at 40K, but I don't give a crap if it goes to 30K or 20K, worst case scenario, right? You don't care. That's fine. Okay, you're going to lose half your value holding. But the thing is, the mentality is, oh, I'm going to average down 30K, average down 20K, so that buy would be right in the middle. It wouldn't be you buying at 40K, it'd be technically buying at 30K. Right, if you bought 40K, 30K, 20K, or does an average out to 30K average cost, kind of, right? So have fun, yeah, you can do that. And then, but hey, you might win a gamble, and it might just go up from here. Cool, but you're not using technical analysis really to strategize an entry.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not about that. We're all about TA here.
But yeah, there's nothing wrong with like, hey man, taking longs on the way down, and if you keep doing that, and the long-term uptrend since inception continues, you will eventually make money, but it might take a couple years or a few years. Could take 3 years. You ready for that?
Yeah, but why? I don't know why try and gamble on that when, if it isn't a downtrend, you can obviously get you can have more dry powder to get a better entry at a lower position anyways. So there's no point. Yeah,
people are fearing that this huge markdown was it, and you never see them again. But I don't know about that, man, because you may not see it for a couple weeks. But if it just, remember 2017, we looked at it earlier, did something like this, rallied, and then it ended up making a lower high, much lower high, and then dumped to test it and then exceed it by a lot.
Yeah, I feel like if this is
What's up, Jake? Thanks, dude.
huge markdown, then we're really bullish right now.
I'm indifferent. I like Ethereum better because I at least have a leg to stand on. I at least have an argument, and it's called being above 2,600 and actual support. Like Ethereum's doing the inverse of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's failing, rejecting the low point of a range that it should be above. Ethereum has broken above that critical area and even truly back tested it as support, and it's just sitting at 27.75, sitting here. Ethereum's much better looking.
But it's like you said before, like in all your previous streams, if Bitcoin craps out, all the altcoins are gonna crap out with it,
Except maybe
Ethereum.
Hex. Yeah, but
yeah, I mean,
it's funny how Doge did well too. Doge, like if Bitcoin craps out again, the Doge gets a double bottom, Hex gets a double bottom, and they'll end up showing more divergence or whatever. So Ethereum would eventually show divergence too if it sold off, you know. But like, I don't want to mess with Ethereum below 2,500. I love it though above 2,600. Just love it. Nah, it's just
if we lose 30K, wouldn't that take us out of the on the total chart? We would break down bearishly because we just scam with the bottom of the channel on total.
Yeah, you hit a February 28th low. Or close anyway, close enough. God, I guess it was that low, but it was created before, right? That low, February 22nd. Like you hit that.
Oh, we
bounce. So that's like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's 30 and 20K. Okay, if Bitcoin's gonna go back down to 30K, then total's going back down to 1.29 trillion. Easy. I'm not sure how that would change. All the altcoins would get wrecked at the same time, and it would be the same outcome. If Bitcoin's going to go to 30K again.
I wonder if we're going to see a shift, you know, with because we've been seeing for the first time, I think, you know, some bifurcation in the markets. Some of these things like Cardano, you know, obviously performing a lot better or performing against kind of the grain and things like. I wonder if, you know, Bitcoin's going to kind of slowly bleed out a little, and some of these other assets, maybe, you know, maybe proof of stake is going to start getting a bit of a bounce while proof of work is going down, because of the FUD that's out there right now with the news and what people are looking at. I don't know. You know, you never know. We'll have to watch the charts and look for our edges that way. I mean, you know, screw everything else, but still, I'm just kind of curious if we will see some kind of changes and shifts in meta.
Of course we will.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
fundamentally, you know, Cardano and Ethereum have a lot of stuff coming out in the summer, so that's probably why they're propped up so hard.
See what Jake said? That's actually really low. I can't believe you found it for 700. Everywhere I looked online, it was a minimum 1,100, but it like marked down from 1,600 on all other sites. So crazy. I bought that tequila for $250, and before it even hit my doorstep, it had appreciated in value almost 1,000%. What was it? No, not 1,000. Maybe 800%.
Still, it's insane.
Yeah, it's like. I mean, I bought it.
It's pretty nice to know that it's selling for on the secondary market at the lowest for 700.
Yep. But it's like I'd rather have that than that trash fiat. Like, just saying, you know. Like.
Yeah. I hope that he stays like, you know. I hope scarcity stays low on that he doesn't keep doing additions.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I hope he really does that too. I hope he doesn't. He's only made 2 batches. That's it. Zafiro Enero. Isn't that the Breaking Bad fake tequila they made? Zafiro Enero.
They have Bryan Cranston and what's his name? God, I'm spacing on it. The guy who plays Jesse. They have Dos Hombres, which is their tequila, and they've been posting images on and videos on Instagram. Like, they both look really good, and like they both been posting videos about their tequila. So it's pretty cool to see those guys working together.
Why would they not name it Zafiro Añejo? Because that's the name of the.
They should have, yeah.
I think they made like duplicate things. Copyright though. I mean, is it like Breaking Bad? Copyright? I don't
If
think
it's part of the show's. If it's part
Their
of the show's
IP.
intellectual property.
I guess they didn't want to cut Vince Gilligan in or whatever. The guy
yeah,
who
they
created
probably would have had
Breaking
to.
Bad.
I got it. That makes sense. But maybe they could have made the bottle similar or something. I don't know.
Hey, I
Maybe
got
just bank on
got a
his name
question.
being big enough.
Yeah, Tyler, Nightfall's good, man. Real good. I can't wait. Like, I've like watched all these shows, and there's so many that are like, oh man, it's gonna be so good, and oh man, they're all like they all got sabbaticaled because of the COVID stuff, and like I'm gonna be overloaded late this year, I guess, maybe. You know.
Yeah, with continuation, yeah.
Peaky Blinders and Succession and.
She passed away.
Who?
The mother from Peaky Blinders this
Oh
year.
dang! I didn't know that.
I know, but they filmed it before that, obviously, thankfully.
So it'll be like
Still,
a
yeah.
Star Wars thing with Carrie Fisher type situation.
Yeah, we're not gonna have. I don't think we're not gonna have a Paul Lee CGI or whatever. Like her scenes were already filmed, but she passed away, and it's a bummer. Like I was watching Penny Dreadful, which was another series that she was in, and I mean she's amazing. So it's a bummer that she passed away so young.
Yeah, dude.
Did that Viking show get canceled in COVID, or did it end already?
Bro, that Viking show was so amazing.
It was good. I liked the other one. The Anglo and Saxon version, which is with frickin' dude, you know, Bard from Smaug from Lord of the Rings. You know, what is it called again? Can't believe I don't even remember it. The Last Kingdom. There you go. I liked that way better than Vikings in the end. Yeah, I loved
I gotta
it.
watch that.
Dude, you should. If you've seen Vikings and you like it, you will love The Last Kingdom, I think, anyway.
All right. I'm gonna
Yeah,
add that
man.
to my
You
list.
have to.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's so much better than Vikings. Because I started Vikings first, and it kind of tripped me out, and it's like, you know, I mean, like, my blood is not Viking. I think it's some Viking, but it's mainly like, you know, English and Scottish, Irish, and stuff. So it resonates with me
You're
more.
against the Vikings.
Yeah, like those people are coming over, sacking my people's village, man. All right, I didn't like that.
Wrecking Mitray's people.
Yeah, don't be messing with my peoples. All right, so that, and you know, it was just
He's a
that
Highlander.
Vikings made kind of like the English kings and stuff look like they were like objectively bad people and stuff, you know, it just kind of made the Vikings like the good guys, the good guys, right? The people coming over,
totally.
killing and murdering and raping people, they were the good guys in the show. And then on the other side, The Last Kingdom, it's vice versa. It's the other way, you know, kind of. But the guy in the middle, the main character, is like both. So you get that kind of cool. So
Interesting. Yeah. Good perspective.
and it's
You
just
guys talked about SOL at all?
yeah, dude. We talked about it before Bitcoin this evening. Absolutely, dude. Kappa. Just kidding. But
I think we're all SOL.
let me guess. It's a chart that. Oh, hey, look. It was like, dude. It's a range, dude. SOL's a range. Look what it did. It hit the measure move on the top, and then it crashed and hit the measure move on the bottom. Let's go. Oh wow, it went below. It went to 2650. Now it's in the dead middle of a range. So, you know, like that's fun.
Coinbase thing.
Oh, we got listed on Coinbase. Looks like it did a lot to the price.
It hasn't hit yet, so. What?
All the S coin, or is it all the stock or ETF?
No, the S coin. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, like if anyone's trying to gamble, it would be probably more wise to gamble on Ethereum or Hex than it would be to gamble on Bitcoin. At this point, based on the technicals, but we know it's going to happen if Bitcoin wants to really draw down. Ethereum's going way down. So, but maybe Ethereum just doesn't go all the way down to 2K. I don't know, man, because it's got support below it. Bitcoin has no support below it. It's just like, God, just looking at it, I know what's going to happen. It's not going to be pretty for Ethereum, but at least it's got
Cardano still
something.
looks good though, right?
Yeah, 88's fine, yeah. Above that.
Holding the 20-day moving average.
It's psychotic, man. What a V. It could be a V. Holding the 400 or the 4-hour 200 moving average. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's not too bad, but it doesn't matter. It will be right back down to those levels if Bitcoin wants to say bye-bye. I'm going to go retest the lows because the bull trend's over for now, and we're going into a correction that could last literal months, like gold and silver did. Yeah, it's not a bull's market right now. It's just not a bull's market. You have no momentum. It's bearish momentum. The bearish momentum is like going to man. It's just really tough to stop that. It takes a lot of time to turn things around in these situations a lot of times. So I just... Sentiment's terrible too, because look at all the FUD. The FUD is showing you. And look what's happening. Like, oh, the market's reacting negatively to negative news. Okay, sentiment's kind of going that way. So, but like, I mean, one of the thumbnails even was like, is Bitcoin sentiment fading? Oh, yeah, it ended up, yes. Sentiment has faded a lot because there's like this attack. I mean, where did this energy stuff come from? I mean, like, where did that come from? Like, no one gave a crap about Bitcoin until it started changing people's lives and making people rich. And then, oh, now it matters. They first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and that's literally what's happening. I don't even know.
Literally, Elon was the only one who brought it up. It was just Elon, and then that's where all the talk came.
Yeah,
He's gonna come out with something that's gonna make him money.
Yeah, as an energy tax credit, businesses at jeopardy.
Yeah, I totally think he's going to come out with something that's going to make Bitcoin feasible again and make Tesla millions of dollars and millions more or billions more because they have more Bitcoin.
Mining on
the love affair with Doge to do anything for Bitcoin.
Well, maybe people will stop obsessing. Yeah, people hopefully will stop obsessing about a useless coin that does nothing, that has an inflationary supply. Now, maybe those people will just... How low can we go because of all this? Literally 30K again. That's where you go. You don't hold 30K, you go to 20K, and that's all technicals. That has nothing to do with anything fundamental. We're talking about very little support resistance was built between 40K. Zero support resistance was built between 30 and 20K. So I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just literally telling you, like, you know, the history you have on the chart is straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. That's it. There's no other history. Like, this one time, it reversed at 38,740. I know that was an Elon tweet. I know for a fact. Elon said something, and it rallied and it reversed only to create this other higher low, and this was a trade setup down there.
Yeah, that was
right
the breakout of the descending triangle, right?
Yeah, and it was the inverse head and shoulder. It was the falling wedge, and it was an inverse head and shoulders, and there was 60-minute divergence. It was 60-minute pattern development, 4-hour divergence, and then daily divergence too. There are lots and lots of variables lined up right there at 33 and change. But that's it. That's a tweet, an Elon tweet, is the only time you stopped, and it was 38.6. So I guess you could, if you wanted to smoke some more opium, fine. Plot a trend line at 38, at 38.5, fine. That's another potential, maybe reversal here. Other than that, there's nothing. Nothing, dude. Crap. No requests tonight, but I guess I'll look at it since you asked and since it said it. So.
Hey Mitch, let's look at crude oil. West Texas Intermediate.
Sure thing, dude. Double topping like crazy on the 4-hour. Jeez. Yeah, on the daily too. Good God, man. WTI or US oil. Hey, remember that time it went negative? This is like CFDs. This is like.
I work at a propane company. I was at work that day, and the boss was freaking out.
Well, I guess it didn't go negative here. On this chart, it went to negative on other oil charts, but either way. Oh, someone log scale. Good God.
What does that mean, negative?
Negative means
paying you to take it, essentially.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
know,
back
man.
when
It's
there was no-
pretty much like it goes to these levels because it's like you're trading futures here, and once the future contract expires, the price goes back up to what the price of oil was at the time. So that's just all that happened. You were like, there was capitulation. The stock market was crashing. Everything was crashing. Every commodity, everything that exists on a chart was crashing. So it just went down to. It was like, all right, your contract's literally going to expire worthless. And then it rallied, and now ever since then, it's been going nuts, right? And now it's kind of double topping at an inflection point of some sort, 66.72. Like, yeah, you could get stuck back then. You could get stuck with inventory or something. I don't even know quite how it works exactly. But yeah, you could be on the hook for having to store barrels of oil. As a trader, you could. So
like you would owe money to them?
I'm not sure about owing money, but you might be on the hook for storing the oil. I don't know. Probst, if he was here, he would better be able to articulate this. So,
Right on. I was just wondering what you meant by on the hook.
yeah, I mean, like on the hook, meaning like you'd be contractually obligated to store their oil.
When the contract expires, you would be, instead of stocks, you're receiving the oil, correct?
There was that
Pretty
Asian
much,
trader.
yeah.
There was an Asian trader who lost millions, and he had nowhere to store it. It was a physical delivery of the oil.
There you go. So it's like, yeah, I got a swimming pool. It's not gonna cut it, dude.
Not like it's a small amount either, because the futures contract is like an amount, a set amount.
Right on. So he's just like, here's 80 barrels of oil.
Yeah, whatever the contract is. I don't know if you can change the quantity on a contract or anything, but I know there's an amount on it.
So I'm just looking at oil because someone requested it. Maybe it's trying to develop a Sydney Triangle or something. It's going to back to 60.87. Maybe a little demand line there. If it can hold that, make a higher low, you might be in good shape for a continuation. But at the same time, it could be a double top in development too. And there's no. You were paying premium. I'm sorry, $70, $66 a barrel. It's pretty high. But if you look at the weekly or something, it's crazy. Yeah, weekly's like, oh my god, like a crazy double bottom. And if it breaks 70, man, it's probably going straight up to $100+, which could be nuts, dude. Yeah, weekly is starting to show finally something like a bearish engulfing candle in the midst of being painted. Only 16 hours till that's confirmed. Yeah, it's not a value area. I don't think, based on how high it's gone since the COVID crash, and it's not like we're finding a garly. Hey, bearish divergence, man, a little bit on the weekly. Yeah, definitely locally too. Look, a high, the same high, kind of lower levels relative strength. Negative Momo's building now, highest level of negative Momo since May of last year. So I don't know, man. Like, to me, these are like, find me something that's at a 78-88% retrace after a drawdown, but it's a long-term lifetime uptrend. Divergence, ice lines, the same thing. Like, it never changes. Call. It's just the same thing. Like, I look at it and I'm like, this is cool. It could keep going, but your probability is a lot lower than if you were looking at something on the weekly like Nokia, that to this, like, dude, this is it, man. Nokia's like breaking out. Look, this was painted how long ago, dude? This has been here forever. It's breaking out. It broke 504. It could moon soon. It's up 4.25% today. That's it.
Worst phones.
Dude, Nokia eventually going to 866, 1161, 1585. It already did, by the way. It already did. Thank you, Wall Street Bets. But it's not done. Yeah, those losers have to get wrecked and lose their whole life savings before this thing normalizes, and it will then soon break back out. most likely, and go to obscene levels. Back to 866, then 1161, and then 1585. Easy. Those are the targets. That is not changing. Nokia is amazing, dude. Why? What's the narrative? 5G. Easy.
Wow, so Wall Street Bets is on to something, huh?
No, they weren't. They were just,
were
being stupid. Yeah,
That's all
they're
they
just like, nah, dude, they're not onto
I'm
nothing.
joking. I'm just LOL.
He's just troll bad.
Kappa.
Weird, dude. Someone's just spamming the word pink. Nice one, dude.
Likes the color.
Yeah, dude, that's like.
So,
likes the crayon.
30 to 40, up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight down.
I'd
Wasn't
say go
there
ahead
a
and ban
high
that
on
5,
January
6, 7, 8.
26th? That was 35k.
Let's spin
That was a
back.
local,
Selling
and
my
then it went
house to
straight
put it all into
to 35, and then straight back down.
Okay.
God dang it! I'm not gonna chug. I'm too late. I've already been live an hour and a half. I'll owe it. How about that? I'll owe it tomorrow or something. I'm just like, I didn't even have time to work out. I'm probably gonna work out. I'm gonna eat and work out this evening, tonight, before I go to bed. So I'm not gonna be drinking a beer to that. Like, dude, I will owe it tomorrow. I'll owe a chug tomorrow on stream. Fine. Just not doing it tonight. It's too late, man. It's like, where was the spin? Why are you asking me to spin an hour and a half into a stream where I was already late for anyway, right? It's just like, it's like requesting, I've been live 4 hours, time to request something. Huh? Anyway, I'm just gonna repaint. I guarantee you, like, half the patrons don't even know that I had plotted this.
Nope.
I'm like, still amazingly bullish, but whatever, dude. Act like this wasn't identified months ago.
I love it.
It's perfect. This moon, dude, moon. We're talking stupid levels.
Literally 2 days before the Wall Street Bet stuff or something.
Yep, it was funny. Yep, but like before that though, it was like we identified this harmonic before the inverse head and shoulders developed. So it was like
There's a head and shoulders on the 4. There was a head and shoulders inside of the head and shoulders, like on the 4 hour or the daily. On Nokia.
Be honest. Does anyone have a
yeah, an
Nokia
inverse head and
phone?
shoulders within a inverse head and shoulders. Does anyone? No, I mean, I don't. Maybe someone else does.
Mine got delivered to the pavement.
They're doing
Nokia
infrastructure
sells
with
technology.
5G.
But dude, look at this though.
And yeah, supply chain.
Eventually, though, Nokia is going to do what Ford did. For real, not even kidding. Eventually, Nokia will do this. Ford, I mean, they already hit the shorter term targets on the weekly, but on the monthly, dude, eventually Ford's going to 2359, 2967, 3741, then all time highs. Yep, Ford eventually will do that, most likely. High probability. This Gartley is the largest Gartley I've ever seen, and the most strategic PCZ I've seen in the history of charts. I've never seen anything this perfect before. Ungodly. You had a spring, April of 2009. Okay, you did not backtest the spring until the COVID crash low. The spring backtest. Look, the ice line from 1991. Sprung backtested the spring. This is a decade-large structure. Over a decade. It's like an 11-year large bullish Gartley, and it's 1414 with the 786 confluence there. Oh my God, there was bullish divergence on the RSI at that PCZ. This has got a long way to go, and it's not done anytime soon. You might pull back for maybe a couple months. This is not going to make a lower low, most likely. It'll make a higher low. Why? What's the narrative of this Gartley? Electric vehicles. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, dude. It's going to go to all-time highs off electric vehicles eventually. Yeah, it's like, could take a year or two, maybe more. But this is the monthly chart, dude. You never ignore a harmonic this perfect at such a critical level on the monthly. You just don't, dude. With the volume signature to boot. Talk about volume. Very important at PCZs, on traditional assets, at critical supports. Dude, it's just like we've been talking about this since its development. So, I mean, it's been...
Through Encyclopedia Chart Patterns, you definitely see the importance of volume.
100%. 100%, dude.
just got my 3rd edition in the mail last week.
Oh yeah. I wonder what he added. You know,
Some Carney patterns in there actually.
harmonics.
Yeah, near the end.
Whoa, dude! Scott Carney needs to.
ABCD stuff.
Oh, okay.
Gives full credit to Carney in there too.
Oh, that's sick. That's amazing, dude. I love that. What? Dude, that means we could get connected to Volkowski, man. We need to get him in the
Makes it that
community.
much a smaller and tight knit of a community, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just is more affirmation of like everything. You know, we're doing it right. Bitcoin's not doing it right. It's not good at all. Dude, I'm just telling you, man, it is just not. It's a no trade zone for sure. Just be careful, man. So you're staring at a cliff, a literal cliff to the abyss. So.
All right, I have a theoretical question. Let's say you caught a wick with Bitcoin down at 30, and so you're up now. It's at 40.
Yep, and you take profit. Scalpers take profit, and then the sell-off begins again. It continues. Yep. Eventually.
How about rolling it into Ethereum? Taking your Bitcoin and trading Ethereum, rolling it into Ethereum.
Well, you know the outcome's going to be if Bitcoin decides to get destroyed again and go to 30K. Ethereum, you're not going to you'll lose money. I mean, you might not be like down. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at the monthly candle on Ethereum. Jesus.
That crazy doji though.
That is a long-legged doji. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything this crazy. Dude, we're talking about 132% price swing in less than a month, in 20 days.
Insane.
The doji, man.
That might be the world's largest doji.
I think it might be too.
Guinness World Records, so low.
Yeah, dude. Good luck, Bitcoin. Here we go, man. You're breaking 39,855, so
Still got 10 days on it though.
Yep. 10 days, 10 Ds. Oof.
As far as buying Ethereum, to that guy's question, I would keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance. You know, it could retrace, but maybe not. So.
Yeah, copy that. I mean, I just want to move. It sounds like Ethereum's gonna get, it sounds like it's got a better.
It's not going to get
potential.
obliterated as bad, but it's still going to get wrecked if Bitcoin wants to fall off a cliff here. So,
Yeah, the drop on Bitcoin too is the 100% measured move of the rising wedge that was being developed there. Got hit too yesterday.
Okay. Just be cognizant of what's developing and its hidden bearish divergence. Indubitable hidden bearish divergence. Without a doubt, it's there, developing. That's it. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go make some food, try to work out, and then I can finish my day up. So. All right, man. I'll be back.
Thanks, man. Take it easy.
Thank y'all for supporting the stream. And hey, man, I know it's not been a good month or anything like that. It's been a lot of selling, but hey, man, there's opportunity in other markets for sure. An edge right now as I'm speaking to you on all kinds of charts that you saw me post today. So that's why you're here. And, you think about it only for crypto. Good luck, dude. Good luck participating in one market. I mean, have fun with that. So, all right, dude, as Bitcoin begins its descent again after rejecting 42K, I will bid you adieu. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Mitch.
Much love. I'll chug the beer tomorrow on stream, whatever. We'll get the party started
See you at the
early.
bottom.
Yeah, dude. Yep, see you at the bottom. Much love, y'all. Thanks. All right, y'all. So I will be back. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions. Thanks for that last stupid chug. So dumb. I just axe that. Like, chugs are for bull markets, dude. Not trash markets like this one now. The momentum has shifted completely. Hey, I can't wait till it turns around. I'm so excited for when that happens. But until an edge presents itself, it's a coin flip. Flip the coin, it goes up tonight. Flip the coin, it goes down tonight. I mean, that's where you're at. But actually, it's a little bit weighted of a coin because there's now bearish variables developing on multiple time scales, 60 minute, 4 hours. Just like, God. All right. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA.
Adios, turd nuggets.